Okay, everybody, and I just started a little early today. Figure we get the ball rolling. Not going to do anything. I'm just getting set up. So if anyone jumps on in, welcome to the stream. I'm going to check out Fiat Weekly. Fiat Leak, see where the money is going in Bitcoin. Saying Bitcoin's at 6696, but I wasn't seeing that. Did it just make a move? 6620. So yeah, I don't. Maybe worldwide average. But yeah, the Bear USD token up 5% now. Really sitting on that. I'm thinking that's going to be the play. It's kind of breaking out of the falling wedge, consolidating on this line. Seems to have some support here. It's low on the RSI, ready to spring up. So this is something that I am looking at. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah. Couple minutes, we'll be live. What do we see happening for the Dow? Well, the Dow is going to go down today. And how you can tell that is when you look at the S&P puts here, and this is up. Now, I did say yesterday was a good time to get in because I saw hidden bullish divergence. See? Downside, upside. Whenever I see this, lets me know it's going to erupt. Hidden bullish divergence is a huge indication. It means this low and this low are lower, but this low and this low are higher. This line goes up, this line goes down. That's hidden bullish divergence. So you can basically see for a fact that it's going to open. And it's going to open somewhere around here. It's going to gap up right here. It's going to boom. So it's already coming into fruition immediately. This is a signal that you can almost trade off of blindly over and over again. Yeah. In case you didn't know. Okay, we are live. Hope everyone's feeling wonderful today. Hope you're doing all right on this Friday in these extreme crazy times. So what do I see happening now? Well, we know when the Dow opens, it's going to open pretty bad. When I look at the Dow futures, and if you want to know how I look at the Dow futures, you can just go to dowfutures.org, and that's going to show you what's going on. It's going to show you exactly what's happening. We're down 743 points. And those used to be catastrophic. Now they're just regular. Oh yeah, another 800-point drop. No worries. But yeah, Dow futures down hard. Looks like we're going to open pretty bad. And the reason why you can also see that is if you get yourself TradingView, which is free. If you get it, you can get it free. And you can see that SPXU, which is a Dow short on the S&P, and you can see the pre-market, it's up 8.77%. Now, if a short's up 8.7%, then the Dow's probably down. What I see happening here is bullish, hidden bullish divergence. We have a low here, and we also have a low here. We have a low here and a low here. And when we draw a line on these, both of them, we have an arc. We have a trend line that moves up an angle. Here we have a trend line that moves down. This tells me that this is going to go up. That's basically how this works. It's hidden bullish divergence. One of my greatest tricks of the trade in trading is finding this and using it to my advantage whenever I can. A lot of traders can't see this too, retail traders, so it's easy to take their money, sad to say, because they don't study divergences. And it doesn't take too long to understand these things and these concepts. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. All right, and we're live. 2 more minutes till the Dow opens. Now gold been doing well. Came up, hit that trend line. It's in a bear flag that I was talking about. Kind of came down, making another bear flag. So I say gold just continues to hit this top line here at 1650. Once we break through that, there's a little bit of resistance here at 1661. And then we're off to the races back to 1700. And when gold hits 1700, I think for the second time in a month, you're going to see a big reaction to that. And yeah. Now, JNUG, I worry about JNUG because it tends to go up and down with the Dow. When the Dow tanks, it tends to go down. So a couple days it's been off, but most of the time I've seen it following the Dow. I don't know why. It's a fund of some type, something of that nature. So it just, you just got to be careful with JNUG. You want to take your gains. Now, I keep telling people about long-term. I don't think it's time for long-term trading anymore. I think you just got to scalp what you can every single day. Get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out. There's really nowhere else to go at this point. And if you hold something long, you better know why you're holding it that long and what's going on. I'm sad to say I made 2 trades last night, and they didn't go well for me. I was up $100 immediately. I almost thought, you know what, in these tough times I should have scalped. And now, look, I'm down $130. I'm sad because I was trying to get more Bitcoin, and I should have just held and waited for the trade. But I felt antsy, and I bought 2 assets that looked like they were in a good place to pop. Let me explain why I bought them, and we'll see what's going on with that. So in my Crypto Lifer portfolio, I got into Atom and XTZ. XTZ I believe in way more long term. Atom I just like to trade in and out as much as I can. But we got in at 213 and we're already down to 208. But we are coming back to this trend line. And now let me just redraw my triangle. Could bring this back down here like this. Bring this like this. It's getting so tight. When you see an asset get this tight, it's about to blow in one way or the other. We could go down, we could go up. Stop loss here below this trend line would be a good idea. My stop loss is sitting at 204, so I'm even up in here. I'm playing it pretty close to the bone here. I'm trying to use this line of resistance. See, we bounced. So I'm just trying to use that as my place of reckoning. But it looks like I may get stopped out. We will see. But this is definitely looks like it has some big gains coming by the charts. So I got into this at 174. This is looking like the same way. Look, it's just consolidating more into this little zone. Here I could have a little more liberty. My stop loss was at 164. So we will see how this plays out. But these are both supposed to make about 30% gains if they come out. You can see there's not much resistance here. So that's why it looked like basically a no-brainer play. I do need Bitcoin to play games with us and do the right thing, which it never does. So we will see. I'm playing it close to the bone here. 1660, 6,000. But I do see this double top where Bitcoin should be coming down. I just needed to consolidate a little bit to watch these pairs move up, but doesn't seem to be happening exactly as I want it to go. Now look at the Dow. Dow just opened. Let's check it out on the Gus funds. So the Dow down 842 points, just as you could easily see. We have this big line here at 21.8. It seems to be this line here, 21,789 right here, seems to be heavy resistance, and we're basically playing it right there. As you can see why, if we go back, we bounced on it here, we bounced on it here, so previous support becomes previous resistance. I said we needed to make it past that. We did, but now we're just struggling with the same line. Like we're right down there again. We only made a little bit move. We needed to get up to this next line here at 23.9 to continue a bull rally. I honestly don't see it for the Dow. I'm still calling for a $10,000 Dow. I think it could get really bad. That's why I would continue to short. Yesterday I said it was a great time to buy the short, the S&P short. It was just a good idea because, look, we opened up with a gap up. Gap up means, look, it's down, but it opens right there with a move. This is hidden bullish divergence playing out. As we see, we should get a little more move. This should keep moving. So very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Okay. But yeah, I made that call yesterday. I said a good time to get into SPXU would have made you a nice 8%. And again, like I would sell, like I would stop holding any of these for 2 or 3 days at a time. We're in a volatile period. I would sell when I could. Now gold taking a hit immediately. It was at 1630, kind of dropping. Hit 1630, but we're in a nice little bull flag here. And I see gold consolidating in this region, doing what it does. And that's another bull flag. So we had a bull flag here with a big target, and then we have a mini bull flag inside of that bull flag. So a short-term target, we come out of this, we go up to 1657. A little longer term, maybe like in a week, we get back up to the 1700 region. Good time to purchase gold. Where would I purchase gold? I purchase gold from Mike Maloney at goldsilver.com, as low as $17.49 for a bar. I was looking at this other company just to test out what they're saying here. U.S. Mint $5 commemorative bullion. I don't know what all that junk is. I would just get American Eagles. They're the best play in the market. You got 2020 gold American Eagle proof. I'd like to buy bars as well, just because a bar of gold is cool. But you can't beat the American Eagle or the American Buffalo coin. They used to be $50 coins. This is they were when they were first minted. Would like to see basically their bars though. Let's see, American Eagles, American coins. So they look like they don't sell bars. Wow, pre-1933 coins. These are probably super expensive. They're called numismatic. Invest in American history. I don't do any of that stuff. The St. Gaudens. You're going to pay a whole lot over just for the gold. And when it's time and people are bugging out, are you going to be like, well, this is a 1930 coin. And you're going to pay, look, almost $200 over what you would get for just a regular coin. Right here, you're going to see the coin is 1816. But if you want to go and be all fancy, and you want to get pre-1930 coins, 1908 to 1929 Indian heads, or you want to browse this coin here, you can see you're going to be paying well over about, exactly $142 over price. Now, they are collectors, so you may be able to sell it more onto somebody, but that's like, I don't know. In my opinion, it's not worth like buying a $2,400 random year St. Claudane's gold double eagle. I don't know. If I was a collector and I really wanted it, I would feel that want, and then I know I could sell it to someone else with that same want. 1911, maybe I would buy this $1,811 just because, you know what? Why not? It's not that much overpriced. Rarity of the coins, right? Coins remaining in the bank vaults in the United States were melted after 1933, and the bank vaults overseas were not. Millions of double eagles of both Liberty Head and St. Designs were repatriated for numismatic and investment purposes. The 1920 St. Claudine double eagle was once thought to be rare. Although 4 billion were struck, large quantities of the 1924 double eagle were found in Europe bank vaults, and today the 1924 is one of the most common of these series. On the other hand, the 1925 S had 3.7 million in stock, but few were released. Most remained at the Treasury and bank vaults, but available from the Treasury. Now, why would the Treasury and the bank vaults hold so much gold if they don't think it's worth it, right? Why wouldn't you do the same thing as your government? So that's why when people tell you to buy gold, you should just look at what your government's doing. It's pretty obvious that you should be buying gold, right? Pretty obvious. So, okay. So 1 ounce American gold coin, $1,800. That's what you're going to pay. So the best you can buy gold right now for is to get a bar of their choice. They'll just give you any bar that they have. Like, you don't have to say, I want this specific type of bar. And you'll pay $1,752, which I think is pretty fair considering you're only going to pay $100 over now. The last few days, it's been a lot more than that. So it's jaded. But JNUG holding its gains, still down 5%, but it's holding. It's too oversold, honestly, to correlate with the market at this point. So I think it's another good day to get into JNUG. Yeah. Definitely want to sell, though, every time you're up 50 to 100%. Like, if this goes to $10, you should be taking your money off the table and waiting for a pullback. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Silver making some huge gains. We're on the 4-hour chart. So since March 18th, if you were to play a silver, it's up 22%, and now it's bull flagging, and it's kind of flagging here, in my opinion. So what do I see happening for the price of silver? Price of silver has a big premium right now, because I believe people know it all has to go to $50 an ounce, and you're going to make a nice 300% gain, or a little more than that. But it's in a bull flag of types. It is kind of in a rising wedge as well, but look, it's holding above the moving averages. We have the 21-day coming for that 200. Once that crosses, I think there's going to be some big upside for silver. If it does break out of this and it moves up, we're going to see a price of silver at $17.30 on here, and then the premiums will be even more. Right now, if you were going to buy a silver bar or coin, an ounce of silver, right? Now, now you can't even buy an ounce of silver. You can only buy 10 ounces, 10-ounce silver bars of their choice. But that's a nice price right there. You can get a 100-ounce silver bar for $2,000, or you can get a 10-ounce silver bar for $200. That's something that's worth just throwing into the mix, just grabbing silver, because it's going to go up. It's kind of bottomed, in my opinion, when they brought it all the way down to, like, they tried to bring it to $12, but you couldn't buy it for $12 no matter what. Let's look at the silver coins, if they have any. So as low as $19.89, 1 ounce silver round. So you're going to pay a, you really want to get 10 of them, right? $190. So that's the cheapest, about $200. You can get 10 ounces of silver. The 1 ounce silver eagle, beautiful coin, is going to go for $25. You can get junk silver, a 75-ounce bag, and it basically is all the old coins that still have silver in them. And it doesn't mean it's all pure silver, though, right? You have to factor out some of the other things that they mix into the coins. Let's see what this company, I'm just going back and forth to see the price of silver and gold here. Shop by category and coin series grade. Where do they show you? Maybe they only sell gold here. It is the Gold Bureau. I think they only sell gold on this site. But yeah, this is Mike Maloney's the only person I would buy my gold and silver from. I don't know about anyone else, and even the other ones out there, I just wouldn't take a huge shot on that. That's something I would be very, very weary of. So, but yeah, you can see you're gonna have to pay $5 over the price of silver. That's a huge premium, in my opinion. And I've never seen a premium that high on silver. So, pretty strange if you ask me. Let's see what's up today. So shorting gold would have made you 10%, and shorting the market would have made you 8%, and also shorting Bitcoin. Also, this is something I'm really looking at. I think I'm about to do is taking this bear tether UST token and riding it up. I think Bitcoin's going to have a huge pullback, and when it does, this just basically does the opposite. They're like seesaw springboards. So this will just boom you right back into position to buy buy cheaper Bitcoin with more money. That's how I'm playing this. It's in a falling wedge, so it's going to break out, and it's flatline now. To me, that's kind of a breakout. It's a consolidation out of the falling wedge. If we try to even make the wedge longer, it's more like you could say it's in a channel now of some types. So could it come back down to this trend line? It's possible. It's very possible. But it's holding this line. I would use this as a stop loss somewhere around here. Stop loss at 864. Try to get it even better than that, but maybe the stop loss right on the line at 1020. You only want to lose 10%. I don't want to be risking a lot, but we do see a double bottom here in the RSI, meaning this should boom up. This is kind of a double bottom. You can't see it. It's twisted. I don't know if I could flatline this like this, and it makes a little more sense. But this is a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. And you can see once it does break out, we have two levels of key concern to see. It's these levels here. So it's going to fight here, maybe have a stall at 18, boom back up into 30s, and then it could go all the way to 44. It's very, very possible. If it did it here, look, we were at 19, and we boomed all the way up to 56. So very, very possible. It just happened on March 20th. So we just need Bitcoin to take a dive, which would be perfect because you would jump into this, you would raise capital, and then basically when you feel the trade is out, you would sit tight for a second, and then you could get back into the trade. Yeah. Looking back on my trades today, I have to admit, didn't go well for me. I'm about to get stopped out of almost both of these trades. I'm now down $95, 169 now on XTZ. Not sure what the selling pressure is or what's happening. Not too bad though. I'm just playing it too close to the bone, in my opinion. But you got to have a stop loss. You got to be there for another game. But you know what? It came back to the bottom of the trend line, really, if you think about it. This is double topping, though, in a strange way, even though it's flat. Definitely two indications that make me a little wary. We have a small bear cross. Let's see it on the daily, though. On the daily, we have a MACD cross still moving. So it says we should be moving up on the daily. Maybe get a little bigger of a histogram. We are low on the RSI, so it's in a range. So it's good to buy. Let's see now. And what do I see happening to Bitcoin? Been watching Bitcoin for days now, and it's just been playing the same game for 4 days in this flatline area. It is in a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. So we should be coming back down if we break out of here back to 4,500. Which would be a great place to get into Bitcoin again. People will be buying it back up. It just broke up above the 21-day moving average. The RSI is halfway reset. MACD is kind of ending. Shows that there's some bearish signs coming for Bitcoin. Also, you can see here we have a little bit of a bearish divergence because here we had bearish divergence right here we have bearish divergence, because if we take the top of this line and we move it to here, and if you make this big, sometimes you have to make it big to see, but that is definitely lower. That's a lower move right there, okay? On these hills. Go back to our regular chart. And if we take these same places here, I guess actually no, because that would be there. And that's not up. Okay, so I don't see, it's slight. Yeah, so no, it doesn't have bearish divergence, but I don't know, bearish signs in my opinion, because it's in a rising wedge. That's going to have a 68% chance to break to the downside. So I'm warning everybody that I see a $4,500 Bitcoin coming, a big loss coming. I would basically get ready. And look, I'm just losing more on this trade today. Down $100 now. You saw me go from 70 to 100 since we started this. This is going to follow Bitcoin a little bit too, because it's a USDT pair. I was hoping Bitcoin would just jump up a little bit and I could get a quick scalp. That's all I was trying to do. Instead, I ended up losing 170 today. I may end up closing these trades before the pain gets worse, because I'm having a feeling that the bear USDT is the way to go right now. It's already up 7% today. So I should have trusted my knowledge of my own and played this. I think this is going to have a big breakout, and we are going to see some big gains. 345% gains coming. I mean, that's no joke, right? So instead of losing 30% in Bitcoin, you can make 300% with this bear USDT. So just something I'm putting on the table, something I'm thinking about. I did get into Atom at I tried to buy a 208. That's where I wanted it, but I bought a 213. But my positions were just a little bigger than normal. Should have played it closer to the bone with $1,000 trades instead of $2,000 and $3,000 trades. But you know what? We don't win every day. I don't win every day. If any trader tells you he wins every day, I wouldn't listen to him, right? So just being honest with my trades and what's going on. Any good news for Bitcoin? Any exciting news for Bitcoin? Panic in the Bitcoin market, dissipating miners returning. Okay, so on-chain activity and again increasing hash rate suggest positive moves in the market and the largest crypto network, according to blockchain analysis. With the price stabilizing and investors slowing down the portfolio readjustments, on-chain activity has seen decreases across the board compared to the last couple of weeks when the transactions were fewer in number but larger in value. Transaction count now has stayed relatively stable in relation to transaction volume, which also decreased significantly since last week. Meanwhile, hash rate of the computational power of the Bitcoin network, while standing at 94 hash rate yesterday, is up $100 today, 100 hash rate today, at a 5.4% improvement. Glassnode 2 stresses that this, saying that the hash rate is starting to bounce back, sitting at more than 10x higher than its lower point yesterday. Wow. Subsequently, after a major drop in Bitcoin mining difficulty on Thursday, the mining pool, Bitcoin Now, estimates that the next adjustment is less than 2 weeks is going to be smaller than estimated yesterday. However, since we're living in the times of COVID-19 pandemic, a potential economic crisis, controversial government actions, and people reacting to any and all of it affecting the prices of crypto, things are more unpredictable than usual. Therefore, the way the market and miners respond to this adjustment may not follow historical trends. Yeah, and I could be wrong with my bear move. We don't know. I'm just, I have a plan, and I'm going to try my plan. But I am going to be purchasing more gold and silver as well. I think this is one of the last chances you have to get yourself into some gold and silver. I'm definitely going to get a couple 10-ounce bars. There's no reason not to. They're beautiful, nice big 10-ounce bar. Pretty cool. So, you want to get like 2 or 3 10-ounce bars. And look at what I love about Mike Maloney's site. You hit add to cart, right? Well, look, it doesn't let me add to cart. That's weird, right? Or maybe it adds to cart without you seeing it. No. Can you buy gold coins? I would get this one right here, or I would get a bar. I would just get a bar because to me it's all the same. Like, I just want gold. Pure gold, right? Add to cart. So I can buy this, but look, it's not letting me buy the silver. Silver bars. Add to cart. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Continue to cart. And look, you can bank wire for 4%. Oh, wow. You used to be able to, Bitcoin, 3% discount. So you buy some Bitcoin and then you purchase this with Bitcoin, you end up saving yourself the most money. But a bank wire is the best way at a 4% discount. Going to the bank now is almost impossible though. So you end up paying just exactly. But this is basically my next purchase. It definitely would be a 10-ounce silver bar and an ounce of gold, 1970. And that will save that 1970 from decreasing more as they just keep printing money. You really want to save your money. There's really no other way to do that. So you really want to save your money. Now, the reason why I'm not going to pull the trigger on getting out of these, because Bitcoin is consolidating. As long as it keeps consolidating, there's a chance we get a little pump in these coins. And here we are again on the 4-hour. This one, we adjusted this already, but we'll do it again. When an asset consolidates like this, it's about to pop pretty hard. So I think if I just can hold on, I just got in a little early. I wanted to wait yesterday, so I'd be at break even right now. We'll see. But that's what I see. And XRP has had some big moves today. Very interesting too. If we look at XRP, it's made a little bit of a jump. Okay. It was here. It's already up 30. No, wait. It's up 10%. 10% move. It's pretty good from yesterday. Just in the last 12 hours. If you got into XRP in this dip here at 13, it's already up to 17. You're up pretty close to 30%. Okay. Seeing these tiny little moves. Now the bear, see this reached, look at my line. I drew this line before this even occurred. I said this is a complex head and shoulders. How did I get this line? This yellow line here. I took the head and I brought it to the bottom of a shoulder. See this line to a shoulder. Then you move it to where a shoulder ends, which I thought was kind of like right around there. And I put my line or even like there. So kind of was like, okay, I think we could see a 12-cent XRP. And I actually called it. That was one asset that I nailed pretty closely. And just by doing technical analysis, I made this green box. I said this would be a time to accumulate between 12 and even like 16 cents. We're kind of getting to the tip of my green box. We're at the bottom of a trend line. We should, even if we just don't break out of this rising wedge, which I think we will. I definitely think we will. I see gains of 400% and coming from where we're at right now, 276%. So that's just what I see happening if we break. That's the triangle. And where do I get these? Like, how do I figure this stuff out? Well, this is my line here. I've taken this line, maybe from a daily chart, yeah. So I've taken this line from the end of this wedge, and then you bring it to where the wedge should break out. And we actually might have to move a little over because it's going to come down. So there's a chance that we kind of come here. But you have to remember, we have to break through these other points of resistance here, here, and then we're off to the races even up here. So changing my overall initial view, but yeah, 300% gains coming for XRP up to 72 cents. And wouldn't that be more? 316% from where we're at right now. And even if you just want to play a little move, if you're not willing to hold tight that long, you could just play up to the trend line here to 40%. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, you could definitely see this happening. Nice 40% gains coming for XRP. Let's see the daily RSI. It's pretty low. It can go really high. We're beginning to make a MACD cross here, so I think we have some gains coming for XRP. I think it may decouple and do its own thing. But honestly, we do need to see what big boy Bitcoin does, because I feel like it could affect the whole market, you know. VET up 4%, bunch of different things going on. Let's get back into the Dow and see how the Dow is struggling today. I think we're going to be down 2,000 at one point. You can't just keep pumping the market full of money. People aren't that dumb anymore. They're just not. Like, it's not that easy. Enough people watched YouTube before they were able to censor it pretty hard. Now, here you can see we had a V-shaped recovery on gold. Like, if we go from 1457 all the way back, it's like, nope, you're not going to send me down. You're just not going to send me down. Gold's not going to be put down. It's just not. The Dow now down 1,000 points and counting. I told you this line was extremely important, and now we're back to 21.59. We couldn't break through that. That's not a good sign. It means we're going to fall down again and again. I'm still calling. If you see my Fibonacci retracement here, here's a 0.5 and a 618. I see us going to 15,000. I mean, we did touch that 8,000 mark, this white line that I had made earlier off of this previous resistance here. It became support. So see how previous resistance becomes future support. So we bounced off of it there. But if we break through this 18, it's sayonara. We are in a bear market right now, if you can't tell. They can't just keep printing money. It doesn't work like that. Now, JNUG following suit again, just tanking with the market. Something that kind of throws me off a little bit. I didn't realize that JNUG would be correlated with the Dow. I always thought that, so I'm learning too every day. I always thought that, you know what, it would just plow through because gold's going up. But I'm not worried about it. It has a MACD cross coming, so it hasn't even occurred yet, even after the big, and it's very, very oversold. I think today would be another day to accumulate some JNUG and get into JNUG, just something that I'm seeing here. So that's what I see happen in the markets. Yesterday I told you to get into the SPXU short. It was nicely placed. It was resetting the RSI, and it had hidden bullish divergence. With that, we knew we would kind of have a gap up. I explained that what hidden bullish divergence is. You have a low here. You have another low here. If this low is lower, these big low dips, and then you find the same low, which is here and here, and I drew this white line here, and you can clearly see that that this is an uptrend, but this is the downtrend. That tells you that the trend will continue in the upward manner that it was going in. That's called hidden bullish divergence. So shorting the S&P seems to be a good move. I think you get in here, you get back to 40. And that, my friends, is over 50% gains. See right here, 45% gains coming. And actually, if we go lower to where we're really at, yeah, 65% gains coming if we get back to that 42 region where we were rejected. See, we got rejected by it, but it was a nice place to be. So that's what I see happening. Amazon taking a hit. Walmart taking a hit. Walmart not too bad, actually, only down 0.7%. But here we go, man. Let the games begin. The Dow down another 1,000 points. House set to pass the $2 trillion. I thought they passed this already. Like, did they pass? You know, the House. Thomas Massey of Kentucky may call for a roll call vote instead of a voice vote in the House. The House on Friday is on track to debate a $2 trillion coronavirus stimulus package to help the U.S. economy cope with the epidemic. While the chamber is expected to pass the massive bill, it may be through a slower voting process because of the Republican congressman's objections. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday predicted a passage in a voice vote with strong bipartisan support. But GOP Rep. Thomas Massey of Kentucky has indicated he may call for a roll call vote. Massey on Thursday tweeted that the package is not a good deal, along with other objections. This possibility has led lawmakers to return to Washington, D.C. in case a roll call vote is needed. The package is still expected to get the Democratic-led House approval, but the process could take more time on Friday than initially anticipated. Like, why can't they just do what they're supposed to do? And honestly, it's not a good idea. Like, I know we want to give everyone money and help them out, but we should have been creating ways to save and incentivize our people. You don't just print money out of thin air and hand it to people. It's just not a good idea. That's not how you take care of the issues at hand. So I think gold will not hold 6K. Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin basically goes back down to 4,500. I'm still stuck on that idea. And I think getting into the bear USDT trade would be a good idea. We have a MACD cross coming. This is where I like to buy in the pink area. We're low on the RSI. And we have a breakout of a falling wedge. Even on the daily, it looks good. On the 6 hour, we do have a MACD kind of low cross, like consolidation period, like we're hugging the line here. But that's just something I see happening, definitely. I'm going to stick it out in my trades down $170 though. Not the best day for me. Sad last, and I was up $100. I should have just taken it immediately. I'm going to be far more stingy on all my scalps from now on because of that. But I showed you where to buy gold. Today we're just going over told you where to buy gold. Showed you why I buy gold from here. It's Mike Maloney. He's the most trusted gold seller that I know. Due to a surge in demand, all products are back ordered up to 12 weeks, and there's a temporary 1,000 delivery order minimum. Wow, back ordered for 12 weeks? I didn't realize that. Like, will you ever even get it? Oh, wow. I didn't read that. That's pretty strange. On this page, you'll find updates regarding bullion availability and changes to our policy regarding the impact of COVID-19. We'll be posting all announcements here as they're available. March 23rd, we have been informed by carriers, including UPS and FedEx, that they are resuming normal operations. However, packages are still delayed up to 4 weeks from our distribution center. Okay, we've been informed by our carriers, including UPS, that they are temporarily stop accepting deliveries to California and Pennsylvania. They are restricting what they consider non-essential packages, is our understanding. If you live in these states and are expecting a delivery from us, we'll get your package out as soon as practical. After these restrictions are lifted, your metals will be held safely at our dispatch locations until then. I trust him, man. I trust him. We lowered temporary 2,000 minimum for home delivery to 1,000. All delivery orders still experiencing long delays. Wow, so it's going to be an issue to get your gold. You may want to make a purchase today. That may be one of the last chances you have to get some gold, which is pretty crazy. Honestly, I never thought that would be the case, but it seems to be. So, wow. Insane, huh? Insane. You have to wait that long just to get your purchase. Wow. So just putting that out there, guys. Let's look at Fiat Leak. We can see how much Bitcoin's going in. A lot of USD still pouring into Bitcoin. It's like people don't see the price. A lot of Korean won, a lot of Japanese yen, a little bit of the Europe and the in the pound. And a little bit of sliding out. I don't know where this. I think it coming from Brazil. People are going to smarten up. Someone's going to say, hey, man, you should be buying Bitcoin because, and even like the normal person that's not into this is going to really start pumping. But look at the United States dollar. People are flocking out of the dollar. They know once they print this money, it's going to get very, very ugly. So, yeah, not looking good right now. I've got some indications that the crypto market is on the verge of a bounce down. That's because my USD trades are not going well. It tells me something that's happening in the markets, right? very uncertain times, even to be a trader, very uncertain times to be a trader. Bitcoin USDT down 2%, $140 and moving. We're consolidating though. Just trying to play this line. Now we're hitting a bottom, this trend line here. Now this is a double top, so this should just start to tank down. If it does, you got to get into that bear USDT. There's really the only way to play this at this very moment. It has more of a double bottom forming instead of a double top. On the daily, it has a MACD cross coming. Boom. If we look at Bitcoin on the daily, it has the absolute opposite. It has a bear cross coming. So they're both telling me what's about to happen. It's pretty obvious right now at this point. So, hey, you heard it from me first. Short Bitcoin with the bear USDT token with some tether. See where you end up. What's up though? Pivx is up 3%. OneCoin is up 6%. We have U Network, something that I've watched Tim Draper talk about, and I've seen it 10x before. So it's a creepy little guy that no one talks about, but I keep it in my radar just so you might want to know about it too. And we have Dogecoin, EOS, Kava, all down hard today. All down hard. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, they're saying Bitcoin can go to 3,000, 3,500. Definitely see a bear flag coming. So I think I'm going to end the pain in these trades before it gets any worse. Yeah. Damn, now I'm down even more. So I'm not lying to you. I'm down $116 and $77 in these scalps. I did make the trade really late at night. Don't make 1 in the morning buys, man. I got to stop telling myself to do that. Like, I have all the knowledge, and then sometimes I still make mistakes. It's still not easy. I'm still learning how to control all my emotions while I trade. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, crypto is life.